Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're continuing on with Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 13, Episode 5, Chapter 13, The Jedi.
Ooh.
And they got Ahsoka's photo all over the place, just so you know what you're in for. I was told by my good friend and neighbor, Raw 2.0, otherwise known as Ricky, who lives upstairs from me, that this is one of his all-time favorite Star Wars things ever.
Yeah, I've heard really great things about this episode.
Let me see how he phrased it a very particular way.
Obviously, we've waited a little while
He said,
to watch it.
last night's episode of Mando is maybe my favorite Star Wars thing in decades. Decades!
Wow.
Big statement. So this is definitely going to suck. Just joking. All right, so here we go. Chapter 13, The Jedi. What a reveal.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
That was dope.
Oh, wow. Got goosebumps.
Damn.
Oh, you guys are in trouble.
I've been expecting you.
Then you know what I want.
You will learn nothing from me.
Surrender or face the consequences. You have 1 day to decide.
That's cool.
How are you so cute, Baby Yoda?
Corvus, this is the place. I'm gonna start the landing cycle. You better get back in your seat.
Oh, gosh. So naughty. Got it.
What did I say about that? This needs to stay in the ship.
What do you think that ball's gonna...
Like, how is it gonna come back?
Yeah, how's it gonna be used later on?
I don't know. Maybe as a weapon, or like they're gonna need it to fly or something. Like, ah. I love that Baby Yoda's like a cross between a baby and a pug.
I'm looking for someone.
Do not speak to them, or to any of us.
Look, I just need to know.
The Magistrate wants to see you.
I don't trust people with masks like that on. Freaks me out. Oh, God.
This reminds me of Avatar a little bit.
Come
Yeah,
forward.
That
Like
kingdom.
a ruler who's very, very out of touch with her people, the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a Mandalorian?
Yes,
I have a proposition that may interest you.
my price is high.
This target is priceless. A Jedi plagues me. I want you to kill her.
That's a difficult task.
One that you are well suited for. What do you make of this?
Beskar,
Pure Beskar. Kill the Jedi, and it's yours.
where do I find this Jedi?
Well, this planet looks like a treat.
Don't worry. Set right here. Let me see what's out there. False alarm. Ahsoka Tano! Bo-Katan sent me. We need to talk.
I hope it's about him.
Is he speaking? Do you understand him?
In a way, Grogu and I can feel each other's thoughts.
Oh, he's got a name.
Okay.
Grogu?
I've only known one other being like this. A wise Jedi Master named Yoda. Can he still wield the Force?
You mean his powers?
The Force is what gives him his powers.
My task was to bring him to a Jedi. He needs your help.
Let's see what knowledge is lurking inside that little mind.
Is she gonna throw something at him?
Yeah, I was wondering if she's
Yeah.
gonna attack him.
She's gonna thunk. And then he's gonna be like, "Why'd you do that?"
Now return the stone to me, Grogu.
He doesn't understand.
He does. The stone, Grogu.
Oh, the thing, get the thing.
He's not damaged. He just has to have the stone that he wants.
I want to see if he'll listen to you.
That would be a first.
I like first.
All right, kid. Lift the stone.
Grogu.
Grogu. Come on. Take the stone. You see? I told you he's stubborn.
Try to connect with him.
Finally. Jeez. Come on, get to it. We all know what's coming.
Grogu, do you want this? Well, go ahead. That's right, take it. Good job. Good job, kid. You see that? That's right. I knew you could do it.
It's like when a
Cannot
parent
train
sees their
him.
kid do
What?
something cool for the first time.
Why not? You've seen what he can do.
His attachment to you makes him vulnerable to his fears. His anger.
All the more reason to train him.
No. I've seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight.
The Magistrate sent me to kill you. I didn't agree to anything. And I'll help you with your problem, if you see to it that Grogu is properly trained.
When you were in the city, did you see any prisoners?
I saw 3 villagers, strung up just outside the inner gate.
We must find a way to free them.
A Mandalorian and a Jedi? They'll never see it coming.
She's like, I'm here.
That's dope. I really like the way this episode's shot.
Yeah. It does feel like an old western, doesn't it?
Your bounty hunter failed. Tell me what I want to know.
Kill her.
Oh.
Execute them, then go door to door.
Has he known how to set them free all along?
Well, I mean, there were soldiers there.
True, true, true.
Damn, those things are loud as shit.
They're dead. Goodbye. No. Okay. Oh. Oh.
So you're through with the Jedi.
Looks that way.
What is coming?
A massive duel. Oh yeah.
Almost like a samurai fight.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, ladies, let's go.
This is so cool.
Who do you think's gonna win? Could be your side, could be my side.
Oh, Jesus. You could use the Force and get it back. Oh.
Sounds like you win.
Still don't trust him. What's he gonna do? What's he? No, no, no. Oh, nice one.
Behind you.
Dang, he's quick with
Now
that trigger
tell me.
finger.
Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Did you tell her?
Wake up, buddy. It's time to say goodbye.
You're like a father to him. I cannot train him.
You made me a promise, and I held up my end.
Go to the planet Tython. There you will find the ancient ruins of a temple that has a strong connection to the Force. Then Grogu may choose his path. If he reaches out through the Force, there's a chance a Jedi may sense his presence and come searching for him. May the Force be with you.
This is the way.
How do you feel?
I mean, that was pretty awesome. I mean, I I thought Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, she really disappeared into that role.
Yeah, I really liked her.
I looked up the writer-director of that episode. I was like, he has to have some kind of like very intrinsic connection to the Star Wars lore, and he was a writer on the Clone Wars, and he was a writer for Star Wars Resistance, Rebels.
Yeah.
So probably everyone watching this knew that going in. I didn't know that until just now, but like I suspected it after the episode finished. It makes sense to me. Like that was my guess, and then it turned out to be correct.
I'm so glad Baby Yoda has a name now. Grogu.
You know what's funny is that while this episode was going, I was like, the relationship feels slightly like Baby Groot.
Yes.
And it just is funny that his name has a few of this overlapping letters.
Yeah, no, that did cross my mind. But I also wondered as well if it was a case of the writers always knew that his name was going to be Grogu, or if they're like, okay, well, we're going to reveal his name in this episode now that we're in season 2. What's the name going to be? And then, like, I wonder if there was like a whole meeting where all the writers were like, okay, how about, and then they throw in a name or whatever, and then they're like, no, it's got to be like this. And I would just wonder how they settled on Grogu.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've probably known it for a while.
Yeah.
John Favreau probably knew the name all along, but who knows? Like, I would love to see what it says in the scripts. If it said, kid, or if
he's just the child.
Right.
And
obviously the actors and all of them have who knows? They probably just came up with the name, in making this episode, but I would imagine they've known for a while, as John Favreau did, just like J.K. Rowling knew what was up with Snape all along.
That's true, or so she says, yeah.
So, she told what's-his-face when he played the role? Alan Rickman. She told Alan Rickman before she wrote the books.
Oh, okay.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Alan Rickman was one of the only people on the planet that knew the true history of Snape.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, wow.
So
that's super cool. Yeah, so quite possibly that's the same here.
But one of the things I really loved about this episode was just how it took its time.
Yeah.
Because the previous 2 episodes, it got consecutively shorter, and it felt like, I don't want to use the word rushed, but it did feel like it kind of moved through those stories quicker than the first 2 episodes, right? Here at episode 5, they pulled that back a bit and they slowed down, and I really liked that they slowed down because it allowed me to just really enjoy the world and just enjoy each shot. Like the framing in this was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It felt very much like a Western. It felt it's very much in line with the style and theme of the show, where it's a combination of East and West, where you have the Western feeling in terms of the way it's shot, but then you have like that martial arts action, so that's obviously you get the Eastern influence in there. I really wish in another universe or in another dimension that there is a version of this where you just see the fight scene, because I really wanted to focus in on that. They did a good job of sort of giving you this building suspense between Mandalorian and what's-her-face's right-hand dude with the shotgun, right, as he put it down. Yeah. They did a good job of building that suspense up, but I really, really wanted to see more of that fight scene. It was really exciting, especially the way they set it up at the beginning where they were testing each other.
Well, yeah, because it feels like a very classic duel,
right?
Like in a samurai movie or something, where they're like, I'm gauging your movement, and then the first few moves are just like, I'm testing your ability, and now I understand where you are, and then boom, here we go. And it would have been really cool to just see way more of that. Yeah,
I would have liked it if this episode was even longer and that fight scene was drawn out a bit more and we could focus in on it a bit more. It was a little bit more obscured than I was anticipating it was going to be, and I don't know why I thought that it was going to be focused in on more. When I say obscured, I mean that while there was clarity in movement, it was still concealing a lot. It was concealing, I guess, the limitations of the talent involved, probably Rosario Dawson, but she still held herself very, very well. And
she moved, really well.
They switched, I'm fairly certain they had a stunt double for her, and they did a great job of swapping between her and the stunt double so seamlessly that I didn't even notice. Like, I didn't even cross my mind that there was a stunt double until just now. So, they did a great job of that overall. Ahsoka, I just felt like they did a great job with her. Yeah. And she really had that. Rosario Dawson, I felt like she did her research and really honored this character.
Yeah, and I'll admit that I haven't seen all of the Clone Wars. I don't know how many episodes we got up to, or if we even completed the first season. Yeah. But it's really interesting seeing Ahsoka Tano, because the last time I remember her was as this sort of young teenage protege, and she's now this older, more grounded version of herself. And she's much wiser older, she's seen the world and all the shortcomings and stuff like that. For me, what was super interesting was learning more about Baby Yoda, or what's his name again? Grogu. Yeah, learning more about Grogu was really interesting, and kind of that parallel that I think she was making between him and Anakin Skywalker.
Well,
perhaps.
yeah.
I obviously I didn't watch the end of Clone Wars, but I'm assuming, you know, he kind of turns into Darth Vader. So it is like that kind of thing where she's like, I sense the potential in this child, but I'm also just like really scared.
Caitlin Deschelle.
Caitlin
Dechelle's a friend of mine.
Surprise.
Last time I saw her was at YouTube Space LA for the Wonder Woman screening, because she worked on Wonder Woman. She was one of Gal Gadot's stunt doubles, and it makes so much sense that they would use her for Ahsoka Tano, because her martial arts and stunt abilities are just off the chains. She's just very, very, very talented. I used to, for those of you that don't know, I used to train a lot amongst stunt people at places that all the stunt people train, like Gymnastics Olympica, LA Valley College, Joining All Movement. The one place I haven't been to that they all train at is Tempest Free Running. And so that's how I ended up becoming friends with her, as well as a bunch of people. And she's super cool, super talented. Like, there are so many things that she can do that most people in the world will never be able to do. It's just she's so freaking skilled. And one of the stunt riggers is Ken Arata. He and I go way back. I worked with him on a job years and years ago. But anyway, yeah, they got someone super talented for Ahsoka Tano.
I mean, her movement was so good. She sold it, basically.
Kofi also worked on this as a stunt performer. You met Kofi.
Yeah, I met Kofi.
We had lunch with him.
Super nice guy.
So, but anyway, yes, like, it's just cool to see your friends working on this stuff. Alex Kinji, I know him as well. You met him. Very, very nice guy. Yeah, I really liked the movement. Now knowing that it was Caitlin Deschelle as the stunt double, I'm surprised they didn't take it further with her movement, because Caitlin Deschelle is very, very, very capable of some extreme movement. Like, most of the cool stuff you saw in Wonder Woman, Caitlin did. All the very memorable flips and tricks and all that stuff.
Slides.
All the slides. She was doing all that. And so just from that angle, it's like they could have done quite a bit more with the fight choreography, and I really, really hope that, like, there's a DVD release or some kind of release on Disney Plus where you see a longer version of that. I would love to see more of that fight scene, just because they built it up really, really well.
Yeah.
Like, you could see that this fight was a long time coming, and they both had it out for each other. They both wanted, at least Ahsoka wanted her for a long time. And so when that fight, finally came at the end of the episode, it was just so, like, samurai and Western combined in such a very strong way. It's really cool the way they did it. Diana Lee Inosanto. Do you know who her dad is?
No.
So Diana Lee Inosanto, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, I'm about to read it. Her dad is one of Bruce Lee's students. So
wow.
Diana Lee Inosanto is the daughter of martial arts legend Dan Inosanto and his wife Sue Inosanto. She is also known as the goddaughter of global icon, the late Bruce Lee. Hence, Diana Lee Inosanto. Damn, they got history in here.
Wow. No, because you could tell even with her movement, like, she's an older woman.
Yeah.
But just in her stance and the way she's, holding herself in those scenes, it's like she's powerful and she knows how to move.
Yeah,
so.
that name Inosanto, I only know it with Dan Inosanto. And for those of you that don't know, Dan Inosanto is the guy that fights Bruce Lee with the Eskrima sticks in Game of Death.
Oh, okay.
So it's I grew up watching that over and over again. That's wild to me. He's one of the people who has continued the teachings of Jeet Kune Do. So
wow.
Yeah, obviously she has grown up with that.
That's super cool.
Wow. I thought she looked Filipino.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's got a lot going on. She's definitely ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. Like, the casting was really interesting as well, because even the town itself had that kind of, like, Asian feel to it.
Okay, so the guy who I guess was sort of the
town leader.
The town leader, yeah. The way they used him in the show was very much like you'd see the random person in the old Western town who's, like, looking through the window and closes the curtain or something. I thought it was just a nice nod to old Western cinema. The only thing that was sort of throwing me was I don't understand why I kind of wanted Ahsoka to just go on the adventure with Mandalorian.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I think it's super cool that she got a full episode, and it's a nice guest star to have Ahsoka Tano. But yeah, I kind of thought that maybe Mando would join up with her, and then they would train Grogu. I keep getting his name wrong. I'm like, I just want to call him Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
I thought that they would just travel the world together and train Grogu, but I guess not. But I'm also happy that he doesn't have to leave Mando, you know?
Oh, they weren't going to do that.
I was a bit
That was
like,
the whole
oh,
point of the show is
no.
the whole point of the show is their relationship.
Yeah.
There was no way. I thought if anything, like Mando and Baby Yoda or Grogu were going to go with her somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I thought at
I
first.
would have really liked it if she hopped on the ship with him and just became an integral part of the show, as
Yeah.
opposed to just a one-off thing. They obviously have something bigger in mind, and they have other characters in mind that they want to introduce into the show as it goes along. I'm just going to trust the show and see where it goes. But like sitting in this like limited perspective right now, not knowing what's coming exactly, I really, really wish that they just made her part of the show, because she was such a good character, and Rosario Dawson really owned it. Just seeing more of that potential from that character, the badassery that was displayed here in this episode, I'm like, why not have more of that? I would have loved it if it was like an hour-long episode and they just had like way more fighting involved, you know? And that would have actually gone in line with, so to speak, like, you know, the old martial arts stuff, because those fight scenes would go on forever, you know?
Right.
These Jackie Chan fight scenes would go on for like 15, 20 minutes sometimes. So it would have been great to just have more of that. And even if it wasn't, because what they started to do was like kind of ramp up the pacing of the fight with the movement and whatnot. I wouldn't have minded if they slowed it down again and had clashes and then came out of it and then got more choreography involved. I really would have enjoyed a lot more of that. But now I'm just repeating myself and retreading ground here. As far as the story goes with this episode, I thought it was really cool. And it's a quiet episode and I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed the scenery. I enjoyed the cinematography. I enjoyed the little moment when Ahsoka was with Grogu, like just communicating with him, and you had Mando in the background just sort of pacing, wondering what the hell's what to do, what's going on. Like,
yeah, because
it's awkward.
He's really playing that parent role so well. You know, like because like when a parent brings their child to
a counselor,
like a counselor or a meeting or whatever, they're outside just pacing like, what are they saying? What's going on? I want to know. When Grogu succeeds and grabs the shiny metal ball, he's like so proud, you know, he's like, oh, my son, he's the best. I love him. You know, it's so cute.
Yeah, this is just a wonderful episode.
Yeah.
I thought this was fantastic.
And it's great as well because, you know, having Ahsoka in the episode, it's something really nice for the hardcore fans who watch like all the Clone Wars and who are really into the Star Wars universe and everything. And it's just a nice way to just tie it all together, you know, even if she's only here for one episode and you don't see her again. It's just like, yay, that was really nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm wondering who this actor was that was trying to... Michael Biehn?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was Michael Biehn?
Was it? Where do I know him from?
Terminator and Aliens.
Oh shit.
And The Rock. This guy's been around forever. I didn't even recognize him. Jeez. I was like, this guy has to be like one of those like actors that's been around forever, because why else would they use him in this show, in this episode? There's got, and now I get it. He was also in The Abyss, I believe. He's been in so many movies from the 90s.
Oh wait, he was Kyle Reese?
Yeah.
Oh.
The original Kyle Reese.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's super cool. No, they've picked some like really fun people to just kind of have cool guest stars on the show.
He's been in so many classic action films. I can't believe I didn't even recognize him. I'm like, his voice is so familiar. Why do I know this guy? Wow, that was a fun episode. And you felt it coming too, like that moment when he was putting down the gun, the gun in the back pocket kind of thing. Like that's a very classic Western trope.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
You just can't trust anyone in this world.
But Mando is just so cool because like he's quick with the draw.
Yeah.
He caught the robot behind him too.
Yeah.
It's like nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
He's that good.
I would have almost liked it a little bit more if, I know it would have drawn it out. Because here's the thing about this episode. All the points that needed to be made were made, right?
Yeah.
That being said, I would have liked it if they played more with the choreography. Like when Mando was going up against Ahsoka Tano. Why not have more of that before he says, hold on. There's this thing over here we got to talk about. Like,
don't kill me yet.
Yeah, like I would have liked it if they kind of drew it out just a little bit more until she almost had the thing in his neck or something. You know what I mean? And then he could have said, Martha, save Martha. Just kidding. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And I very much enjoyed that episode. And so does everybody on IMDb, apparently.
9.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
With like 12,000 votes.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you are watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here on patreon.com/Jaby Koay. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing and hit that bell icon, all notifications. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.